For this trick, I can hand the spectator this deck of cards and say, this deck of cards has a prediction in it, and we're not going to get to this until the end of the trick. So we can leave the deck right here. Now we will take out the other deck, and I'll say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give the deck a little shuffle here, and you're going to help me out here by making a selection. So all you have to do is cut the deck anywhere you would like. So let's say they cut the deck right here. I would say, okay, take the other half and turn it horizontal. So something like this, so we can mark the cut. And you can actually move the deck to the side. So now, if we go through the whole trick, I would tell them, we had two decks of cards here. The first deck I handed over because I told you I had a prediction in here. And the second deck we actually took out of the box. We gave it a little shuffle. And you cut the deck anywhere you wanted. And you cut right here. So I would have the spectator turn over the card. And they would actually see it's the 10 of hearts. I would say, now remember the card I said I had a prediction in here. If we go to this deck, and if we open it up, I would go ahead and have them spread the deck out and say, look, there's one card face down in the deck, and that one card just happens to be the 10 of hearts. That is the trick. If you would like to learn how this is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so this is actually quite an easy trick, and there's a few ways you can do this, and I will be going over those ways. So the first thing and most obvious is you're going to need two decks of cards. Now the two decks I have, in case you don't know, I have reviews of these on my channel, so go and check those out. I have the Polyantha playing cards by Black Roses. And I have the Twisted Artistry playing cards. Now, I got these two decks, plus one more from Jorge Anido. So I'll be sure to link the deck reviews and Jorge's channel on the screen and down below in the comments, or not the comments, the description. So make sure you go and check those out if you want to see more in-depth look on these. So there's a setup before the trick, and all you're going to do is take one deck of cards. So in this case, I took the Polyantha deck. You're going to take out any card in the deck. Now, I did the 10 of hearts, but it can truly be any card. So let's just do a new one, just so you can see that it works with any card. The 8 of spades. All you're going to do is place this 8 of spades somewhere face up in the deck. So it should look just like this. So all the cards are face down, and one is face up, and that is the 8 of spades. And this will go into your box, and you're all set. And this is the setup if you want to do the trick like how I did it. If you want to do it differently, go ahead and play around with how you would do that. So, from your other deck, you're going to take out the 8 of spades, and there's a few things you can do here. You can either start with this on top of the deck, and then go straight into the trick, or you can be a little more advanced, and I will get into that. So, you have both of your decks, and you say, okay, this deck right here has a prediction, and we're not going to get to this deck until the end. So you can leave this to the side. Now the other deck you can take out. Now there's a few things you can do here. You know your card is the 8 of spades. So you can do what I did, which was an overhand shuffle, just keeping the 8 of spades on top. So I held the deck like this with my index, middle, ring, and pinky. And then my thumb on the back. And I just stripped out some cards. Now, it doesn't matter if you strip out all the cards, leaving those top 2 cards, or if you just strip out a chunk of cards. But essentially, with your grip like this, you're going to come over, and if your grip is loose enough, but not too loose, so make sure you play around with it, you'll notice you'll be able to strip out some cards. And these you can just throw right on top. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on the overhand shuffle, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But I think it's a pretty easy move. Everyone should know. So, that's one way you can do it, then get into the trick. Another way you can do it is by having the card palmed off any way you would like. And then once they're done shuffling, you take back the deck, and your palm card is going to go on top of the deck, and I usually turn it and then riffle it. One more way, which is probably the most advanced, is the deck gets shuffled. And then you're going to do a call. So essentially, you'll go through the deck showing every card is different, and when you get to that 8 of spades, you're going to call it right to the top. So, any way you want to, go ahead and start it. But now, you're going to do the force. Now, like I said, you can mix this up to fit your own style. So, you don't have to do this cross-cut force. But it's a very easy force, and most people won't remember it if you put in the time misdirection. So, essentially, you can tell them to cut the deck anywhere they would like. Now, make sure they don't cut one card. Okay, there might be those very few people that you tell, go ahead and cut the cards anywhere you would like, and they lift up on one card. Well, this isn't exactly going to look good if you mark it, and then when you get back to it, say you cut to one card. So make sure you just tell them somewhere around a quarter to half if they're one of those people. And then this half can go on top like this. So horizontal or a little tilted or diagonal. So now you need some misdirection. So you can actually say, okay, let's recap the whole trick. So, in the beginning, we started with 2 decks of cards. And you can show them. And we actually have a prediction in here, which we're not going to get to yet. The deck was shuffled, and you cut the cards anywhere you would like. And here's a good little thing you can add. You can pick up the bottom half, turn it face up, and say, now if you cut anywhere different, you would land it on these 3 cards. But this is the card you cut to. But you could have also have cut to these cards. But you cut to one card, and that one card is the 8 of spades. And remember, I said I have a prediction. Go to your deck, open it up, and you can really spread it anyway. I prefer to spread it face up, but you can do it face down if you would like. And show. All of the cards are face up except one, and that is the 8 of spades. Now, that is the whole trick. Now, like I said, you can really do this any way you would like. Maybe you have a box with a card reveal on the back of it, because some boxes do come with a card reveal on the back. So maybe you can have that. Maybe you want to do a different force. Like you just don't like the cross-cut force. Well, that's fine. There's other forces you can do. You can do the slip force. Show that. You can do the cut deeper force. And you can show that. You can do the classic force. So you swing over some, you catch a break. And when they touch a card, they're going to end up touching their card. There's a few things you can do. Now, if you would like me to make some videos on forces, let me know down below. Or you could do the call force, which is personally my favorite. So the card is either 4th or 5th. Let's just say 5th. And you say, okay, go ahead and touch a card for me. So we go through, they touch one, and you can show them the 8 of spades. There's a few ways you can do this, but that's essentially the trick. Let me know how you like that. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time for a new video. Bye.